Hey, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by my page and checking out this video. So before I jump into my whole processes and systems and what I offer, I just want to let you know I made this video because I have a lot of people always reaching out asking, what's my process, what's my prices, things like that. And just know it's a little hard to, tell you exactly what you need until I've actually spoken with you and evaluate the current situation of your business. So that's why I always push for a strategy call. This is not a sales call. This is not a presentation. It's strictly just a call for me to find out what's going on in your business, what you're looking to accomplish, and what your business goals are. That way, when we can form a strategy, I can understand if I'm able to provide the results that you want, and then that's where we can find out if it's a good fit for us. So again, if we do hop on a strategy call, whether it's a phone call or an online Zoom call, just know you're not going to be pitched. You're not going to have to make a money-making decision on that call. Again, I'm here to find out exactly what you want and what you need to do. So before I hop into this, I did break it down as simplified as possible. Now, if you get confused at any time, even on this page, pause the video, reach out to the messenger bubble, and ask me any questions that you have, and I'll be sure to answer them. Now, we're going to hop right into this, and I'm going to show you the exact breakdown of what I do for each client. Now, please understand, again, it's going to be different for every business, every industry, every niche, but it's just plugging your business into those spots and split testing to finding what works. Now, the first thing we obviously want to do is find your Facebook audience, drive them to an ad that I put together. I do the copy, the headlines, the call to action, the pictures of videos. So we put all that together. We do the targeting. We find your perfect customer, and then we drive them to a landing page. And this is a custom landing page that I'll build for you. We'll make sure that you're happy with the outcome. You like the colors, the fonts, and we'll take care of the ad copy because, again, the funnel has to be structured in a way to bring that customer through the journey. Now, when we collect name, email, phone number for you, because again, that is considered an actual lead. Please understand that. Most people online boost a post and then they think that it's kind of running an advertisement or a campaign, and it's not. And they think when they get reach or impressions and shares that they're getting leads, but guys, those are not leads, okay? A lead is considered a name, email, phone number. That is an actual lead. So when we collect name, email, phone number from this spot here, we're actually going to zap that over to you into your text by SMS. Now, you're going to get the lead notification, so it's going to say new lead, where the offer came from, and the name, email, phone number, so you can get back to them. But at the same time, I send that information to a Google Doc sheet that I give you access. You have your own Google Doc drive within my computer, and that way you have all access to anything that we put in there, especially all of the leads, so you can get back to them. You can copy and paste them if you have an automated email subscriber. Now, if you don't, we're going to help you set that up because we want to make sure that we're following up with them through email, and not just email, but through SMS, and I'll show you exactly what that is later on. So the first thing we want to do is obviously get their name, email, phone number, drive them to a thank you page. Now, after they give us that exchange of value for their email and phone number, we want to see if we can add an extra offer on that thank you page. Now, by adding an extra offer on the thank you page, it higher the conversion rate of someone actually booking an appointment, coming in, and turning into a customer. So it doesn't have to be anything that hurts the business or takes a lot of time or something, really expensive that you offer. It can be something very simple like $25 off a full set of lashes, or if you're joined with a beauty salon, or maybe you own the beauty salon, you can come up with different offers to kind of work together. So we would be going over all of that stuff. Now, the main goal obviously is to get them to book an appointment with you and come in and become a client. So there are going to be points of resistance along the way, because any good marketing and advertising strategy in any business in the world is all about finding out what the point of resistance is, where are people stopping, and then continuing them to the next step until we get to there. So, usually it's never this step, this step, or this step. It's always in the end this step. So there is work to be done on both sides. I will be helping out if you need help with, closing customers, what to say to them. This really matters because you're probably used to the traditional old school methods of marketing, which is offline. So 90% of the time we have that job. And we're not closers if we're regular business owners. We're not salesmen or women. We are simply people who have a business and we're good at what we do. So there are things that you will have to learn and that I'll be able to help you out with if you need certain scripts, if you need certain ideas of what to say to them. We will brainstorm over all of that stuff together. Just understand there's not going to be much that you would have to do. I take care of most of that for my clients. So I'm not going to get into the retargeting here, but there are going to be people that don't make it past this spot. We would retarget them with another ad back to that offer. Now, for the same thing, for people who come to the page, they make it past the ad and they get to the landing page. We would want to retarget them back to the offer, and the goal is to get them name, email, phone number so we can continue following up with them through email, SMS, and our content through our Facebook business page and our advertisements. You have to be in touch in front of someone more than once. Most business owners only reach out to someone one time. Well, we all have busy lives. Things come up, everything happens. So if we're not consistently reaching back out here and there, then we're never going to get that sale, and it was just a wasted lead and a wasted money. And we don't want to do that. So when you run this flow correctly and everything is working right on my end and your end, and it's a well-oiled machine, these are some of the results that you can get. And again, all results are different. You can't go by what someone got before or what I got for someone. This is why I don't make claims of how much I can make a business owner per month after we get this machine running right, because people always judge it by the other person, and everyone is different. Everyone's wants and needs are different. Their offers are different. So you can't really judge things by other people, but as you can see, I definitely know what I am doing. I can generate a lot of engagement. Again, it's not just generating leads. You have to kind of build yourself up as the professional, as the expert go-to person in your industry. So by putting out posts with videos in it, or video testimonials, or you giving value, these things help do that and build you up. So as you can see here, this post ended up getting about 65 leads on Facebook, and they were about $4.89 per lead. There was a lot of engagement on here. A lot of women liked on it. There's about 130 and then 28 comments. So there was a lot of good engagement and leads that came from this advertisement. But there's also work to be done after that. There has to be follow-up. So we have to make sure that that follow-up is done, because if it's not, then a lot of sales are going to be left on the table. So as you can see here, these are some bookings, and again, these are not monthly income claims. These are simply, people closing deals from the leads that we generate, so that they're not just leads. But again, I work with PMU artists or any business owner that, some of them are good at what they do and some of them are not. And when it comes to sales, it's not the strong side. So you're not going to end up closing a lot of people. This is something that we talk about on our strategy call. But as you can see, this client here was about $1,600. So they ended up booking a whole bunch of stuff. You can see here that a lot of people, this client actually, this was her first couple leads that she got. She was super excited. So, when leads start coming in, you have to understand that not every lead is going to convert into a sale. And I'm here to tell you that because I'm very honest about what I do and what I offer. I'm not here to promise you the world and lie to you and fill your head with fluff. Marketing and advertising any business is not easy. It's much harder online than it is offline. So when people go through a couple no's in a week, it really hits them, because you're not used to it. You're used to that referral that you have the job. Again, business owners are not closers. So you have to kind of get used to going through the numbers, but this is why I add a lot of follow-up in there, and most of it is automated. So that way I'm taking a lot of that off of your shoulders so you can still continue to be the business owner and do your job. And as you can see, there's some leads here, and I have more social proof, I have more reviews, I have more stuff, but I don't want to make this too long for you. When you get your leads in, the first thing that's going to happen, as I said, Zapier is going to send that over to a Google Sheet as well. So it'll say date and time that they came in, their name, email, phone number, and if we ask any other qualifying questions here, that would be here. And then what I do is leave this area over here for notes. Obviously, I've shrunken things down so I did not expose other people's information. But this is a good spot where you can keep in touch with me because, again, it's all about communication. If there's no communication back and forth, the system won't work. I need to know exactly what's going on with the leads, what they're saying, what they're doing. Are they booking? Are they not booking? Are they complaining about price? I need to know what the objections are of the audience in order for me to tweak my system to fit your audience and your offer and your business. So again, there is a lot that goes into it. This is not a 1 week thing, 1 month thing. Yes, you can start generating leads right away. You can start generating bookings, but it's a long-term thing. Now, what I would be doing is creating a custom landing page for you. Now, you don't have to worry about your website. Honestly, for being in the online marketing and advertising space for a long time, websites are a waste. They're good for an online billboard to send clients to maybe just check some stuff out. But if you want them to physically take an action, it's the worst place to send a lead. Now, here's why. On a website, you have tons of drop downs, you have the navigations, you have this button, that button, you have your Facebook, your Instagram, your Yelp, your Yahoo, the Google. So they have so many different areas to leak off of that page. And on a traditional website, there's always so much information on there. So it's an information overload when you bring a lead to there, and before you know it, they find that Facebook link because that's what they're used to and they're comfortable with, and before you know it, they're back on Facebook scrolling at 1,000 miles per hour. So our goal is to help them hyper focus. The only thing that you find on a landing page is exactly what they're there to do. There's no other offers, there's no other places that they can go besides taking action with you. That is either click a button to book with you, click a button to talk to you in Messenger, or they can chat in the Messenger bubble off to the side. Now, here's the reason why we only offer these two options, because again, we want to capture their information as a lead. So if they click into the Messenger chat flow that I will create for you, and this is all automated, as they click into it and click get started, you now have them as a subscriber, just like email. So I'll be helping build up your email list, but also your Messenger subscriber list, so you have ways of getting back to these leads and keeping in contact with them. So everyone's offer is a little different. We would be going over the structure of the page, the colors, and all that stuff. So you don't have to worry about if you don't like the way this looks. This matched the client and what she had going on, and it converts very well. So that's the main thing right there. Now, when someone clicks that little Messenger bubble here, what would happen is they're going to come into an automated chat. Now, this automated chat is going to bring them a series of questions and answers that they can choose and go down different flows. So if they want to know how long does it last, does it hurt, how much does it cost, all the basic top questions that leads ask when it comes to the permanent makeup industry, we want to try to, give them every option they can think of so they can get rid of that objection. And that's the same thing we do on the landing page. This video is made to walk people through a process and knock down the objections that they have, because that's the only reason why people won't buy, is because they have an objection of some reason. So our goal is to figure out how to get them around that spot to that next spot. And as you can see, when someone clicks on photos or they click book, it actually looks like it's typing down the bottom, and then it waits a minute and pops the message up. So your audience feels as though they're physically chatting with you. Now, we can keep it that way. It's not like you want to lie to your audience, but I like to let them know, hey, this is my auto bot. or you call it whatever you want. Call it something silly and fun. The whole point is not being very business professional salesy. You want to be natural. You want to be fun. You want to be different than everyone else that is out there. So the flows and stuff that I create is a lot different than what a lot of people are doing. But as you can see here, they give a lot of options, and anytime they click this, it'll give them that option. So this cuts down the time of you being in Messenger, answering simple questions that are taking up time where you can put it in other places in your business. Now, we've covered pretty much everything when it comes to what we would be doing from here. Now, I've talked about the email, but I haven't talked about the SMS follow-up, which is the most important. We do have a Messenger follow-up sequence as well. So in my opinion, these days, Messenger is king, SMS is better, and then email is not that great. Okay, so we want to utilize each area that someone might be. Some people still love email. Some people only like SMS. Some people love chatting in Messenger. So we have to try to meet the client and the customer where they're at and find out what is the best location to get the best quality lead. Now, when it comes to the SMS follow-up, we can set up as many follow-ups as we want, just like email. But the goal is to try to get it within that first 5 days, 4 days. We want to get them to take action while they were still warm in the first place. The longer that we wait on a Facebook lead, the longer it takes for them to convert. So we want to make sure that within 15 minutes we reach out to them, or we set that appointment as fast as we can. So we always want to keep giving them that option to either book with us, reach out to us, chat with us. We want them to know we're a real person, we're here to help you. So on day one, there's going to be an SMS going out that's just an intro and a reminder of the offer that they opted into. On day two, this is just going to be a follow-up with some information, maybe on permanent makeup, and we're going to drive them because these leads that are here, they've come in from your landing page. So we have them as name, email, phone number, and we have their information. Now we're actually going to try to get them to go into Messenger so we can get them as a Messenger subscriber, and then we can follow up with them in Messenger and find out, do they respond better in email, text, or Messenger. So day three, we're going to ask a question. Do you need any help? Did you have any questions about the pain, the process, the price, any of those things, and try to get them to reach back out and engage. Now on the fourth day, we're going to offer our main menu and ManyChat. This is where it's going to have all of the options that they could think of to try to ask a question or what they would want to do to take an action. Now on the fifth day, it's the CTA. This is a call to action. This is where we want to let them know, hey, your offer is about to expire. Please reach out and book so that way we can secure it. Now, the proper time frame. Most people will tell you, I'm going to get you 1,000 leads in the first day and you're going to have about 1,500 bookings. So, anybody who says that doesn't understand marketing at all, because it takes time. It's all about split testing and finding the correct process, finding the correct audience, finding the correct offer. And most people fail at this first step. Most business owners fail at this first step. A lot of agencies fail at this first step. And this is where you're just kind of testing it out. I'm going to throw $20 to it. I'm going to do this for 1 month and see if it works. And I like to tell people, honestly, if you kind of have that mindset, or if you have that type of budget to where you can only try this for a month, I suggest that you wait. And that's me being 100% honest. Most people who do a walkthrough of this or what they do and offer, they're obviously trying to pitch you and trying to sell you to get to buy into what they have. Now, I'm completely honest. I don't want anybody making a decision until I've actually spoken with them to find out, what your current budget is, what you can put towards it, how far and fast you're looking to scale. And are you doing this for a long-term or short-term thing? Because I am a long-term type of person, and everything is long-term. I understand that it takes time. We have a problem nowadays with, Netflix and Prime and all these other things that allow us to have everything by the snap of our fingers, but business is not like that. Growing our income is not like that. And I dedicate a lot of time to my clients because most agency owners do not offer the software, the system, the process, the strategy that I do and go that extra in 10%, you know. So just keep in mind that the proper time frame to convert a cold lead on Facebook is way different than our referrals. So that first month, people are cold. They don't know you at all. And without them knowing you, liking you, or trusting you, most people will not do business with you. So we have to understand that we have to get them to build rapport. Now, everybody doesn't want to take the time, but here's the awesome thing. Your content can build rapport. Your videos can build rapport. Your posts, your ads, all of that stuff builds rapport with your audience and takes that time where you're just kind of getting introduced with them and they're ready to rock with you. I've had so many clients reach out to me and say, Justin, how can I get signed up? I want to start today. And I don't even know who they are. They act like they've known me for a while. Why? Because they followed my content. They watched my videos. They read my post. People will follow you, guys. There's a lot of people who follow you right now that you don't even know. Just because they're not liking on your stuff, just because they're not showing it, there are. So you are building rapport with the more content and ads and stuff that you create. Now, our goal is to collect as much pixel data, as much Facebook data as we can within the first and second month. Because the more data we can collect, the better and more we can hyper-focus and target our advertisements. Now, offline is definitely a spray and pray. When we do offline marketing, it's a complete spray and pray. I hope someone likes my business and takes it. On Facebook, you can utilize the data, but it still takes time to dial it in and really find out what it is that works absolutely awesome. But when you do, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing because it comes in, it flows very nicely, and trust me, clients get very happy when you can finally dial it in, but it's the clients who actually wait, and I have to stress that. So we want to get them from knowing us, liking us, to trusting us. They're going from a cold, a warm, to a hot lead. This is where you start to convert a lot more people. Yes, you will get bookings, you will get sales, you will get leads in the first month, the second month. But this is where it really starts to scale up. And most people fall off right here or right here. They don't even make it to the second month. They don't try for the third. And this is why I'm always honest about my process and about where your mind should be in thinking about price-wise. Now, one thing that most people don't do is create a value ladder. This is how I've become successful online, obviously with advertisements as well, but I grow my business two different ways. I grow them with paid ads, and I also do it organically. Now, I always stress to the agent, the artist, whoever I'm working with, make sure you're creating content. Make sure you're putting out posts, pictures, videos, testimonials, taking videos with your clients, showing them the walkthrough, the breakdown, the whole process, kind of just like I'm doing here. Now, what's going to happen is when you give out that value, and to you it might not be value, but to your audience it is. They're the cold leads on Facebook. They're going to like that and absorb it. The next thing you can do is get them to maybe opt into something. Or you can offer them something for free. Now, I don't mean a free microblading session or permanent eyebrows, but what I'm saying is there's things that you can create that wouldn't cost anything that your audience would perceive as value. It's all about what they perceive. And our goal is to try to work someone up our offers. So if you're someone who has multiple offers and you do a lot of different things, sometimes starting with that low-hanging fruit is the best way to get a customer in. Once a customer is in and they've actually spent money with you, they will not mind spending more money with you as long as they're getting even more value. And again, as long as you have value to provide, you should never, ever hate to give a price or feel bad for what you offer if you offer good value. Now, the goal is to obviously get them to a warm, person maybe on your top package or service or whatever you do offer. Now, I just want to show you this because, not only do I do a lot of online teaching and training and courses and groups, I also have done a lot offline as well. I've taught this stuff, this strategy, social media, Facebook advertising, chatbots, automation, integrations at real estate companies, banks. I've even spoke in front of 300 business owners in New York at a big event. There's just a lot that I've done with this. So just know that I am someone that does know what they're talking about, and I would give you my 110%. So that might have took a little bit longer than I expected, and I'm sorry about that. But I'm a very thorough person, and I like to be able to show the full process so you kind of understand. Now, I say full process, but was that everything that is added in? Is that every integration? No, it's not. So just understand, we get into a lot more on our strategy call. And the whole process that I go through is, after you checking out this video, that helps you decide whether I can give you value. If you see value in it, and this is what you need to help your business, then again, we set up a strategy call. I get really deep into what's going on with you, and we create that strategy. If you want to go with that strategy and you like the results that I can get for you, then that's when we would set up an onboarding call, and I dive super deep into your business, into your wants, needs, pains, pleasures, your business goals, and then I do the same to your audience, because getting audience research and information is very, very key. If you don't know who your audience is, you're just spraying and praying and you're not going to hit anybody. So I'm going to let you get going now. So just remember, right below this video, there is a booking link. That is where you can go and pick the best date and time for you that's the most convenient, and we can hop on and have a strategy call. We'll get to know each other a little bit better. Again, I don't like to just work with anybody. I have to make sure that I have a mutual feeling with the client. I have to make sure there's a good vibe there. I'm not an agency or a person who will just take on anybody just to take your money. I like to work long term with people. Most of my clients go from 3 months, 6 months, and almost to a year. So if you're willing to give it your all and work with me and allow me to help coach you, train you through certain things on the part of sales and things like that, while I handle all of the back end stuff and delivering the leads to you, then I'd love to chat with you. And also feel free to scroll below. I have a couple of video testimonials here, some more screenshots. And again, I do have another website, but I started building this for PMU artists because I really like this industry. You guys provide an amazing service. I am blown away at what it is looking like now from where it has come from. I've seen a lot of pictures of what it used to look like, and then I work with a lot of artists, and it's just absolutely amazing. I think I respect this industry a lot as well, because believe it or not, before I got into online marketing, when I had my construction company, I actually used to do tattoos for a while. So I think it's a really great industry. It's new, it's exploding, and I really want to be a part of that and be able to help a lot of PMU artists bring in a lot of revenue and grow their businesses, because that's what helps me in the return. So again, don't be afraid to book a strategy call below. That's where we'll kind of go over everything. We'll talk about pricing. You won't have to give an answer on that call. It won't be a sales pitch. It won't be a presentation. It'll simply be me diving into what you want. All right, guys, I will talk to you soon. Have a good day.